you are very happy, all of you. Sorry I'm late. You are waiting from 6 o'clock. Are you? Sorry. I'm good. Because I'm so busy. Last night, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, morning, so coming from the place, and never used to such a busy schedule. I had to keep my meditation going. It's not just coming and giving a talk. If I'm also disturbed, what can I do for you? So I have to maintain that practice. Keep myself peaceful, attain those particular mental strength. So that I always tell how you do your work normally without feeling tired. There's a technique where you have mental peace and do the work. Some think that we have a lot of work and that's why we can't meditate or have mental peace. No. That part of your brain which is cool part is not open. When it's open, you can do anything without feeling tired. So normally I've learned to lose energy, not to gain energy. So today I think it's not in the itinerary also, it's maybe my rest days. Tomorrow I have another class program that is I think arranged. Because normally I do a program and I go to the forest or Himalayas. I don't one program. And after 2-3 months I meet the people. But this trip, it is some destiny, my karma. But nothing has happened to me yet, so that means I'm destined to do this. Otherwise I don't know what should happen to me, maybe heart attack or something. But no, I think there's some purpose I'm coming here. For certain people, I feel this. Because, and that's why I told or even the organizers, just do things spontaneously also. So that there are certain people, they will have to come. And I hope I can be a blessing to them. And their path can become clearer. And all the obstacles will be removed. And remember, there are certain pure forces in this world. We are not going alone. When we develop purity within us, we come in contact with that. And when we become impure also, there are forces that connect with us. That's another big problem, that we're driven to all these negative things. So, for 1 hour, most of you have been staying here. So you can get up a little bit and, if you feel tight and a little painful, you can little get up or little relax a bit until I was coming. So I think some of them are meeting me first time, is it? What made you come and meet me today? Or what information made you come here? Some mad monk is coming from they just told there's somebody coming? Or any particular thing that thought, oh, maybe I go to him and see what is going on? Anything? Or because it's suddenly arranged, I think. So, it's not short, very short notice, maybe hours. So some of you do come to this monastery, or how is it? Or it's just first time you're coming to a monastery? What about you all? Are you coming first time to a monastery? Okay. You've not come to a monastery before? Not you? Yeah, of course, I know. Huh? First time, huh? Okay. That's good. That's good. I'm so happy. Because monastery, I make my programs normally. Here I can't do a little bit immediately. The programs I make it like a meditation rock concert. That's how it is done. People don't know how to make the meditation tasty. So normally, that's why no one is meditating. You must get some taste, you must get some benefit. Otherwise, why should you follow this? There's no purpose. So, but the ancient wisdom, ancient masters, is very interesting, so simple, so profound. And the main thing is, I don't know, many of you understand English, I don't know. How many of you understand English? You all understand English? No? English, you understand? Little bit or a lot? Okay. No need English, no need language. In the end of the program, I will give you all some more lessons. That has no language for it. It will have something. Now I'm a bit tired, I had to meditate, and that's why I got late. I couldn't even shave. I want to shave now, I put that to tomorrow. Because I thought body shave is not the important thing. I have made my mind shave, so I did my meditation routine things. Because no point having just, nicely shaved, but I coming also, like, said, who is this person? We want to go, waiting to go immediately, right? So, I have to be happy person. So that you have to go practice. These are practices I've been doing for many, many years. First with my teacher. This was started in South Africa, Lesotho, when my father was there. I was very much wanting to, I was having a thirst, I was very curious. I was thinking this world is working in a certain order, not just by chance. So I was interested in physics actually, because of the environment. And but certain things, way of thinking led me to a certain thought, an awakening. So it was when I was going for walks in a very nice area where my father was, the house where he had, very lowly and very nice for contemplation. Suddenly this thought came, and it changed my whole thing up till now. I was 18 years old, when I was 18, now I'm 45. So from that time, it was a happy time or peaceful time. I could count the times I got angry. From that time, before that, in Sri Lanka, I used to, my hero was Bruce Lee. I was so, not only practice those things, I used to hit people. When I get anger, nobody told me this was bad. And so I used to do this. And then in South Africa, Lesotho, this was not possible. It became a little bit. But went for sports and things like that. But still this anger was there. With close people, I used to get into, bursts of anger. And after this experience, suddenly, gave me something internally, little peace, not little, lot of peace. And all my behavior changed from that time. And then I counted when I got angry, I shouted at somebody. Then one day, it was 4 times, until my last trip to India. This few months back. I don't know, I have some karma with the this taxi drivers, They pressed my button, and 5th time, I was planning not to get angry until I die, pass away, or shout at somebody. But it happened 5th time. And I'm now planning 6th time. I hope, before I leave this planet, I hope I will never say anything hurtful to any person with that animal kind of emotion. But you can't pray like that and happen, it has to have a certain... Actually, the way you get angry, you can know your desires. The solution for getting angry is removing your desires. Because whenever you enjoy a certain pleasure, you lose energy, mental energy. You see, greatest pleasure comes from what? Mainly food and also, sexual activity. These 2 things drains your energy. So much energy goes. More than the food, energy you get from food, the energy lost by tasting it is more. Calories you get. So this is very interesting. In the medical science, it's well found that you have 2 parts of the brain. The reptilian brain and the brain that you think and analyze. So that's why the Buddha has given so many rules. Knowing this damage, the danger, for these 2 parts, he has given strict rules. We think he has done it because to have a good organization. No. It was done because he knew, what was going to damage your enlightenment, which was going to obstruct your deep experiences of wisdom. Because this special part of the brain, which we do meditation, analyze, think, judge, and all that, that is separate. That they call the new brain, because they think we got it from the chimpanzee or the monkey, the evolution Darwin theory. But I don't know how many of you believe in rebirth and reincarnation. You do believe? You do? Why? God, why should you believe like that? Who does not believe? Who does not believe reincarnation and karma and all these things? Do you believe? I don't know. You must have reasons why you believe. Because I didn't come from an orthodox way to this Dhamma. It was through physics again, and then then I met my teacher, and then the sutras and so on. The Buddha's original teachings he directed, and I practiced, and then I realized certain things more and more, and then I confirmed it for my inner visions. But rebirth and reincarnation, also I began to know about how. I have a reason for it. I do not believe just because my parents are telling or... Have you read Edgar Cayce, Many Mansions? It's a nice book. He was called The Miracle Man of Virginia, right? And he used to go into a kind of a unconscious state, and then he used to diagnose people who are having big problems, their karma and so on. That that they had the Crusaders' time. They did this action to get this. And I know one lady in New York, she was having some problem, nobody could solve this, You must be hearing, you're coming every time, right? You're hearing all the... So this is a new crowd, no problem, right? Okay. Yeah, I have to create the... but you get something. There's something you will get. I find, because this is like a game, so this particular lady, she had some problem, and when doctors and psychiatrists couldn't cure it, she went to this Edgar Cayce. He was called Miracle Man of Virginia. So he went to this unconscious state, or they were called readings. He used to speak out. He told the problem is connected with something she did in previous lives. And this birth also, she is actually using her hand. She's very beautiful. She's using her hand for advertisements, for jewelry and things like that. So her hand was so beautiful that it was shown with the jewelry. And then they used to so she earned her money like that. So what has happened to her? In his readings, the Edgar Cayce tells she was a nun in previous life, and she's also now very inclined for meditation and yoga and all this. So that she was a nun, and she used to clean the toilets with great faith, with using her own hand, and that was the main result that she got a beautiful hand. So there are so many other stories, for reason for this, that problems in marriage and different things. So it's nice to know this, because when you know there's such a thing happening, you can accept your situation. When you have something, there's karma behind it. You don't blame anyone. This is the one, and blaming, it burns you more. You get that negative feeling, you feel more pain, and you suffer so much. But when you have this positive thing and accept it, you have the pain, but you begin not to feel it. This is the whole practice. So pain you can never remove from this world, but you can remove the pain, experiencing it. That's what enlightenment is finally. So let me see. So sometimes we might think what has happened to us and where are we going, and all these thoughts we might have. But we must know what is happening to us is what exactly should be happening. There's nothing less or nothing more. And nature has created in such a way that it is forming, this is like a classroom, a lesson. So sometimes, like even, we marry somebody and then we find, we think we might have a better partner, and we go on and on and on like this, Sometimes we are 80 years old and we are marrying again, okay? That happens, and we think we are fit for it. So this is something we have not changed, we have not realized something. We are thinking we get some satisfaction in an illusion. It's like drinking, salt water. when you are thirsty. You feel more thirsty, more thirsty. So, I don't know, I have repeated this, some of you, there's a book written about how to find a perfect husband. Do you know about this? Maybe you can purchase it, Maybe in Australia they might have it in CNNA or wherever it is. Or how to find a perfect wife. Alright? Because I meet many Vietnamese also, I had a strong connection with Vietnam people. Really, it's very funny. I sometimes to tell them, maybe I was born in Vietnam, previous life. Maybe a monk in their country. It was in Buddha. There's so much connection with these people. Their energy, they are the first people who sort of recognized me when I was in Buddha. Something was there, like they were feeling the energy. There's so much, they've gone through a lot of suffering and difficulty, but they are having, I should tell their dress and everything, their culture. It is coming from an ancient, it's more Chinese, close to China, but I think they have preserved it more. They have, kept that, it is coming, I think they are like divine people. But I know when you associate closely, you don't believe that, because, but there is some secret behind it. So there is this book, so they come to me with a lot of problems who are staying in America, Australia I can't remember. So mostly the problems are with husband, another husband, like this, So this is common even, I think, Sri Lankan or any community, they have this problem because they are not having the spiritual things enough and they are not managed to sort of clear their mind. So there's this book written about how to find a perfect husband and how to find a perfect wife. So this one man went to find it. So he went to this bookshop and asked the shopkeeper, where's this book, that how to find this perfect wife? So the bookshop manager has told, go to the fiction section. Okay? Go to the fiction section. Fiction, Fiction means it's not the real story. You'll never find such a thing. It's not possible. So better to have the one you're having, and change yourself. And so this, in the sensual world, you can never be satisfied. This is very important to know. But what would you like to know particularly? I will start off with something let's see. I will give you a relaxation meditation and how to cool yourself. And if you have any long face, most of you are not having it, you're almost, you should go away, you should find, some of you came because I told who are having a lot of problems or difficulties, they should come, right? Did you hear that come or what? So that, don't worry, I have given you support and people you came also. I said who have a lot of, did you hear that come or what? That Bhante will be now, this session is for emergency cases, intensive care unit, okay? Did you hear something like this that come? No? Okay. And are you having this kind of problem? No. If you have, I will tell you how to solve it. In the airport, when I was coming this time, so these are recent things, I had to repeat again just to show the techniques of removing your problem. And I go for my own experience also of something. In the airport, I was in passing through the transit of Singapore airport. So it's now very advanced, I was there as a young boy with my father long years ago. But now there are so many sections and so on. So suddenly one Sri Lankan gentleman, I met him and he wanted to help me find the gate and all that. He was going Melbourne. And I realized slowly he was in big depressed state, So he was wearing the cap and, he was... So then what he did was, when I was going, then I told, I want to give him some help. His mother has died 2 months back. And other problem is that he has now done his pujas and sort of spiritual things in Sri Lanka and now he's returning back. And his sister has taken over the house, they have sort of captured the house without any, he doesn't know why. And he likes to, visit his parents' home So she's like, taken it over. And these are complications like that, and he's a good man. I found he was a good man. But he was wondering why all these things are happening to me without I am not being banned even, He didn't have answers and he was always thinking about these things. So I just realized that I told him, my friend, you have learned to think in a way that makes you suffer. You have not learned to think in a way that doesn't make you suffer. It's your thinking problem, not the problem. So then he was just a little bit listening to me. And then he told me, oh, Bhante, I am having all this. Then I said, okay, I know the reason. You will not worry if you know this reason why you are suffering. So I was thinking, to understand this karma, that's why you have not done wrong now. But somewhere you have done wrong to pay this kind of confusion. When you understand like that, you can accept that situation also. So that is not only that. Then I told him another technique. He's now listening to me, right? So I said to him, can you see me? He said, yes, but I can see you. You are standing in front of me. Then I said, that's all which is real. All that is no more. That all what you have experienced in Sri Lanka, and a few minutes ago we met near the board and all that, that's no more. You are just bringing those thoughts, but now you are only seeing me, and you are feeling the pressure of standing, and you just note that. And he said, yes, okay, I will do that. And when he was doing that, he said, yes, I feel some peace now. These are small techniques. Our consciousness, we learn to, it's like, like a dog looking into a well. It sees its own reflection. But there's no dog there. And when he comes out, he thinks there's another dog and he barks. So it is in his mind. But when he comes like that now, up till now, any problem you have is no more. You're only thinking that is your problem. You must remind yourself and you just focus. You see Bhante and there is nothing there. And I'm going to get a smile in all of you. Wait. Okay. Whatever crisis you have, you must be like a warrior. Another thing I must remind. I told the organizers before in Sri Lanka, because they also like only learning, they know only just to, they see monks coming preaching and talk, they are so used to the social aspect of monks coming and giving deliverance and all that, but they have no idea. I am not a preaching monk really. I am also getting caught to a trap or something, coming to these people, and I have to deliver all these things. Because now again to come here I have to do my practice. Because certain blessings or certain mental state I am bringing, it is a life thing. It's like, a kung fu shot live, you have to do it. I can't sort of fake it, It's something I have to be in the present moment and bring that meditation while walking. So that needs a practice always going on. You can't be doing something and come and do it, not possible. So people who sometimes come with me, they know I will be waiting for some time, walking some distance, like this I'm coming, not just coming suddenly from the, not possible. And sometimes late, because until it happens, I have to wait. So this gentleman, I will tell, in 2015, I go to Kailash Mansarovar every year. I faced altitude sickness. You know about altitude sickness, right? High altitude, it's a disease you get in high altitude, lack of oxygen. And there's no medicine, you have to go to a lower altitude. So I have seen people dying before trips, so many times I've been going to Kailash now from 2008 or 2009. And I have seen others, they just recovered, they just given, there was a doctor and he managed to sort of recover. And there are others I saw, they dead. So when I got it, I knew I got it. This was in the lake. Do you know Kailash? No. Mount Kailash? Western Tibet is in Himalayas. You all know? No. It's like inside Himalayas. And it's in Western Tibet. Mount Kailash. It's like an energy source, Cosmic energy that place has. Just like Buddha Gaya actually. In a different way. So I faced this thing, and that time I nearly, I was going into coma. You normally go into a coma. So I couldn't even lift my hand. Slowly I was doing, and I was breathless, like grasping for breath. And my guys came, and then slowly I was, they had no oxygen, they had not brought it. So anyway, at 12 o'clock they got oxygen something, and then, but I had to wait. So I prepared to now leave the body. How long to go like this? So normally we have meditation. We have trained in the jungle before. When I had problems, I have used it and it worked. How to let go things. How to let go the body and just watch it. There's a practice. I might do just end of the program, a little bit demonstrate for you all to get some idea. So Buddha tells this particular practice. So that practice I did. Before doing that, the thought came, I couldn't share enough with the people. And because all this time I'm being a solitary monk, training myself. When I'm okay, suddenly I meet people, I share, but now I'm going to public like this. So anyway, that time I faced this problem, and I then thought, can't help it now. I have not given, but now can't help it. Too late. Then I focused, next life maybe, and I focused on getting ready to die, to watch this. So anyway, I managed to survive. So I tell some of them, this is a ghost that you're seeing. Yeah, I see this, and then, so I feel for you all also, that you don't worry about anything. Okay, I'll do a small exercise. Okay, this time. Now you might feel that some of them come in Sri Lanka, or maybe some of them here also would have got some feeling that with Bhante, when he wishes or blesses, it will happen. Yes, something is there. No doubt if you have no bad karma, I'm like a Christmas tree also, okay, or a Santa Claus. So, but I will teach you also something. This is my main gift, not this kind of blessings. This is kind of sweet, sweet things. Okay, happy. Okay, like this. But I want to give you some things that you can be happy in suffering condition. This is real happiness. No one can give you a sort of a long face. You give nobody. You will have that yogic power, the meditation wisdom, where you can not be affected by any circumstances. So, before that, I want to maybe, fulfill your wishes in a certain way, okay? So, whatever you have problem or some wish, some crisis or something you want to accomplish, you think about it and keep it in your forehead, okay? Make a determination, you keep it in your forehead, take a deep breath, no meditation, right? Take a deep breath and close your nose after the deep breath and try to hold your breath and see how long you can hold your breath while keeping this thought. Okay, can you try? Close and just see how long you can wait without, what is this, that you just have to breathe, like wait until that moment. But try to see how long you can manage, then your wish might get fulfilled. But keep the wish in your forehead. Can you try? Get very close. After just touch of the nose, you must close it so that you don't breathe. And keep the wish you have in the mind. You can try too. Some of them don't want to wish anything, okay? Now keep holding and think of the wish. See how long you can wait. Block the nose. Okay. After some time, what happens to your thought? What do you want? Your wish or the breath? Huh? What do you want? You want to breathe, right? Be happy that you're breathing. Just be happy that now you're just living, my friends. Just be happy that you're living. Just be content with that you're living. Leave alone whatever, this problem, that problem, maybe you're having some disease, some crisis, this, that. But now you can breathe and, Now especially you appreciate this when you go to high altitude. Really. I mean, you really appreciate the sea, the marine, that level, the sea level altitude. Just never worry about breathing. So just be content with what you have. It's contentment. Now some people, the one other reason I came or agreed or made up my mind to come here was that, I will tell you another way. Like one gentleman in Melbourne, he told me, Bhante, all these people they're having good clothes, they have shelter, they have all the amenities, and they have no suffering, no problems. So I said, no, they have a lot of suffering. But how is it possible they have suffering? They have good vehicles, everything was saying like that. No, you go into their lives, you will know. Why? Because as long as you have craving, you have desires, you allow the desires to grow in your mind, you will, because it's a law. Tanha pacchaya dukkham pacchati, tanha nirodha dukkham pacchati. Buddha says craving, tanha is the cause of suffering, makes suffering to rise. When there's no craving, no suffering will rise. So this is a universal law. Sometimes somebody you have never seen, never heard, if that person dies, will you worry? You hear somebody is dead, but you have never seen, never heard that person. Okay? You never worry. But say somebody, somebody dies, who has given me a lot of problem to you. Okay? Somebody, maybe your boss, okay? You will just have crocodile tears. But then you will tell, oh, well, I have good meditation, that's why I managed to. This is what my grandma told. My grandma, when my grandfather died, she didn't cry. Okay? But when my cousin, who was my uncle's son, he was driving the commandos in a plane and it crashed. When he died, she couldn't make up her mind. And I was meditating not as a monk, then as a yogi, as a young boy. So when I came, I couldn't make up, give her any peace. And then finally I came up with how to do it. So I asked her, what happened when your grandfather, my grandfather is more closer to you. Without my grandfather, you will not have cousin. Okay? So he's the closest. Why didn't you not cry? He said, no, I was in meditation and I was very strong and that's how she said. Then I thought, what about this boy? Then I explained to her. Because he actually helps you so much. He's next to your home, it's upstairs. When there's something broken, he comes and fixes. And he's like handyman and to pay your bills, he goes and do like that. So not getting that help, you are sad about the help you are getting, the good feelings he gave. But grandfather, well, every night with a little bit of whiskey, he used to scold you and scold you and scold you. Scold you and you have to just listen, So maybe you were waiting the day when she would die, okay? Because she was giving so much bad feeling. So we are attached to our feelings selfishly. But when I told her like this, she just woke up. And that's one occasion where she was able to really make up her mind. So we can see, my friends, the senses, So more we crave. Now dogs, sometimes we cry and we worry when dogs die. So much, more than children even. I mean, some children, of course, also be a lot of attachment. I see parents, I have no experience such a thing. But the animals, they are long time you get connected to that perception, the craving increases. And then, I can recall some of my cousins, when they have to bring the dead dog, they are just coming, they are in so much attachment has built up to that. Okay, I must tell, when I felt a little sad, do you want to know? To become a monk, I didn't sacrifice very many things, I had no girlfriend to sacrifice, okay? But I had cricket to sacrifice. I was really attached to cricket, game of cricket. I used to play for clubs, I don't mind playing now even. If there's some young boys, they would take me to a side. I mean, Australian people, they know about it. And, I mean, this is a nice place for me also. If I'm not in ropes, of course. But cricket was a tremendous attachment. So I used to play, not to watch, I had to play as a fast bowler, opening bowler, normally. And I was putting like some meditation power into it. And accuracy and speed. So I like this so much, and batting also, and fielding all these things, okay, batting mainly, and these things I liked, and I didn't want to give up. So then I knew when I got this meditation and all that, I still was playing, that I can't play 2 games. I had to either give up this. Then I realized when you give up, you used to get something. So I gave up playing, I told one day this is my last game, and I played 1 match. But one day, my father, when I was very attached those days, he didn't find room for my bat to pack. My bat, so I got so attached to the bat, he didn't know about it. So he thought it's nothing, we can get a bat, another one, somewhere else. So when he told me he can't pack, he saw a tear coming in my eyes. He said, okay, don't worry, we can find space. So that much attachment can build up to some object. Now if someone even burns the bats, no problem for me, okay? So this is suffering. This is so much suffering by being created by our mind. You understand? So even our children and other people, when we keep away from them, we get that detachment. But I can tell you other ways how to overcome detachment. And first, are you all ready for a little long one? Because I don't want to miss anybody. If someone needs to go quickly, I don't want to. I want either all of you get something or nothing. Nobody like. But I have no favoritism to give this one or that one. So this is actually the emergency award. This is what I was expecting. So I told some things to make up your mind. Don't take anything seriously. Be satisfied. Get the positive thinking. And miracles can happen when you can remain in the present moment. Your sicknesses, your worries, your emotional things can just dissolve. And the other thing is you must know to make your... how many of you are new today, your first time meeting me, seeing me? First time? Yes, I got first time, huh? Okay. Alright. You also know, yes, before now? First time, huh? So I will explain some things. How many of you use internet? And how many of you use internet? What is the internet? You do. Okay. You meditate, huh? Very good. Okay. So, my friends, in our life sometimes, I'm going to repeat something, but this is for these people. This is stock things for now, these days, which human beings are facing. So if I don't touch these things, this is my mission now, to save, bring people out of certain things. But remember, you might think, I'm reading your mind and telling these things. No, these things happened, all the experiments I did for my life, I am telling you. So you are not bad guys, I was also a bad guy, but I'm trying to be good. That's a very big difference also, I'm a fighter. But no, I didn't have much with computers, but I had the same effects happening, okay? So you should know that, because okay, my boasting things are there. Not getting angry 4 times, okay? These are my, visiting cards or what, I don't know, but, and I was with terrorists also, the freedom fighters, the war zone. As a young monk, I've been going wandering. These are also times where I prepared to die, face and test my karuna, compassion. There are many stories. Maybe I can't tell all that now. And the other one was in the jungle with the bears, snakes, and how, when you're not feared, how they don't react. So these things are, there are stories, so many stories, incidences with the elephant also. But these are my boasting parts, I can tell. But there is a dark side also in me. Because this part, I'm still working on it, but this, how to overcome this thing, but luckily I had that part because then you can relate to me, okay? If I was like flying and coming, you find, oh my God, that's too much for me. I mean, there's no hope, okay? Bye-bye, sir. It's for you, not for me, okay? So now you can think, oh my goodness, I am also having these things and I also can overcome it, okay? Now, one story I remember when I'm telling this. When I was about to be a monk, now I didn't plan a lot, I just kept practicing. And then suddenly, I was supposed to be a monk. That's the best time you should do. You must wait, you must keep practicing, making your mind a monk. So this happened to me. That time the main problem was being celibate. Okay? That's the big question, not the easy thing, right? In this part of the world it's more difficult, because there's no support system and there's only a complete opposite system. So anyway, this was a big problem for me, to keep lifelong. And so this question, I found one inspiring monk. My guru was also inspiring, he was super, but another monk, I met him in one part of Sri Lanka, and when I found some confidence, I put this question, and he made it very simple. He said, no, you just, with samadhi, you just suppress it and like that. Because of his strength, his personality, I got confident. Oh, it's possible, it's like very easy. So anyway, after he told his advice, he was going, there's in Sri Lanka, Kirivera, you don't know Kirivera, in Sri Lanka there is like a holy place, and they are selling flowers on both sides, and there is this with sand, a footpath, in the middle. So both sides crowds are going, the city people and going for pujas. And I saw this monk going in the middle, not swaying anywhere. His determination, I was feeling the vibration of his determination. And I saw him very inspiring. Like the whole world is going one direction and he's going completely against this normal world. But it's nice to look at it, but it is like impossible to think you can never do it. But I was watching and waiting him, how he was going, walking, no movement, just keeping focus. And I was really thinking, oh my God, how great this is, And after 6 months, I am also going. So whatever you are perceiving through your consciousness, that's a possibility. You are getting this I consciousness. If you know about karma and rebirth, this consciousness comes due to karma you did. So these are the seeds. From that seed, this awareness has come in this life. So even the bad things, if you see somebody being bad, you must not criticize. You must be careful of. I have many examples, but there's no time to cut if I'm going to tell all these things. That you will know that this is a reflection of you, and you might do the same thing which you criticize in others, because this is a potential that shows. So you must be careful not to do or come closer to what those people are doing. So good things also same. If you see somebody really become enlightened or going, that's a possibility. It shows the potential you can do it. So this happened to me. So now at least you are seeing me, right? I am not fully enlightened, but at least these are possibilities. You are creating the people in their consciousness. You can all do it. So this is very important. So I must come to this, explaining this. In our life normally we have, sometimes we put things into mud. And sometimes we are coming for like meditation like this, going for good retreats and things like that. But suddenly we realize that we wish nobody sees us doing that. Sometimes we might go suddenly to a nightclub or bar or somewhere, just to socialize, or in the internet. Many today, we don't need bars today, we have the internet, we can go anywhere with that. Suddenly we find things we do like that in life. Because these things are connected with too much greed or hate or anything, these negative emotions, we activate and we learn to enjoy negative emotions. So when we open up a certain level of negative emotions in our system, we open up certain invisible dimensions corresponding to that. And those beings in those invisible dimensions come connected to us. So suddenly, now this is research I did, and suddenly they are the ones who drive us or make those connections. Sometimes we want to come out of drugs and all that, but suddenly we find the connections, coincidences come. Those people who are trafficking, we meet them. How this happens? These invisible things makes us connected. So when we allow this again and again, what happens? It just makes our destiny, drawn out or destroyed. So when we know this, we must recognize that whenever we are knowing that we are doing suddenly something which is out of, we want to hide it. That means we want no one to know there is this spirits involved. So when we get the if you allow this again and again, we know we are going to destroy our destiny. So when we know this, next time the temptation comes, we'll be more careful to avoid it. One time we avoid, second time we avoid, we realize that, that then our willpower increases and they don't get nourishment. When they don't get nourishment, they will have to leave. And those dimensions get patched up. And then our holes in our character gets patched up. So when we do like that, more and more this happens, my friend. We create the foundation for that happiness without a reason. The happiness without a reason comes because of our purity inside us. We feel sad for this and that because we are not pure. We feel sensitive, we grumble, we have wrong ways of thinking, and so on. That is our impure way of thinking, with a lot of greed and corruption in the mind. It's not the problem of outside. It's because we are dirty inside. We feel the sadness. Now, when we develop this inner purity, there is problems, but we think always positive, and we don't have that wrong attitudes. Then what happens? That there is the happiness without a reason. Normally, we have now sadness without a reason, not a happiness. There's no reason. We have everything, but we feel so unsatisfied, and we feel sad. So now, this is one way. Another one I experienced, like I had some masters in the past with like the Himalayas. They are now behind you, there are certain invisible beings coming behind you. Now some programs, it happens when I'm blessing, they get excited also because they also feel the love and compassion. They want to get maybe liberated. Not here in, what's this place, Melbourne. I don't know whether because my organizers are worried sometimes, how the impression will come. I tell them, don't cut. Just whatever you record, you put it to the people. Let them see facts. At least do that much justice, Don't hide this, cut, edit and all that. No, the gods will edit me, no problem. Not humanity. They will be witness to what I'm doing. So anyway, in this particular situation, this person was able to, by force, bring those spirits into the body. Like you get possessed, So some boys, some family, the parents who have problems, the son is always in the computers or not studying, so they bring all these people, to him. So that time I saw this happening. He suddenly used that pose so that, those beings reveal themselves. So it entered the body and that boy was not conscious. He was like that, like somebody else was talking through him. And then he said, who are you? And he said, I am some snake spirit or something in his body. And when did you enter this particular, when he was 10 years ago or something like that. And then he said, how? Just playing games. The computer games. I mean, now I know why it is. Through characters or something. How? Now we have a practice called metta bhavana. We have love meditation, where we wish compassion and love and so on. So normally love, we know God is not an angry person, right? God is full of love. So if you have the God's mind, we will get God's. Now I have to tell a bit in a God way, because maybe they don't go. No one goes to church also now these days. If you have whatever mind you have, you become that. So when you have those positive thoughts, you will get a positive dimensions opening up to you. So it's when you have negative thoughts, then negative dimensions should open up, right? Fighting. I don't know, these addictive games. Anything which creates addiction, definitely these spirits are there. Now I am revealing the secrets of the demon, because I don't know how long I will survive, it will catch me, but I'm sure I have protection and grace from something, otherwise it's not possible. So, now I can understand, when you're always having this kind of mindset, those dimensions open up and those things enter you. And when you have bad karma coming destiny, that's the time they enter. So another place, they say, they enter when, through Facebook. Through Facebook. I have never operated Facebook. Of course, I operate YouTube. YouTube, I know. I have used it. But Facebook, so this is how you have to see. Anything that makes you addicted, you have to use again. Or anything that increases or activates your raga, greed, hate and delusion, that is harmful. That will attract these negative forces. And where you want to do again and again, definitely they are there. Knowing that is one solution to overcome it. So next time, when the temptation comes, you know that, so with computers too much, and some place they say, when they look at that page, they are in my control, our control. I don't know, page, that the particular page, that when they are like that, and that's why they, if you little bit peek to that, they will catch you. Then after that you want to look. So those negative things more and more, right? So these are all fantasy, my friend. Now I heard about that there's pop-ups also coming up, right? In the computer, there are, like while you're looking at something, there's some pop-ups coming and then, so problem is the computer, this technology is not a problem. If it is used by enlightened beings who have no mental disease, okay? But when it is used by unenlightened, with mind diseases we are having, this is a great opportunity for germs to operate. So, I never imagined myself to talk about these subjects, but I find that something is guiding me to formulate this kind of thing because this is very timely. Because if you don't solve these problems, Nibbana, you will listen to many discourses by many monks, but it will be a tickle in your brain, Nothing. You will never get the experience because you need a stand of purity to appreciate those ancient wisdom. If you don't lack that purity of conduct and your behavior, it doesn't make any sense to you, and you will never see Nibbana. It will only be something in the past somebody has seen or something like that. So this is important. This computers and things, okay. And another thing they were telling. Now I am not a person who tells about rituals, Told that that when holy water is like we have chanted water like from here maybe, this water when you spray, they are burning. They're telling burning, we are burning, And then one place, now I never recommend, now I would recommend after seeing that okay, some holy water might help you to overcome any destructive nature. Other place they say that don't talk about the name of that person, that some of us were like almost dying. Who? The name of the Buddha. I was very surprised. And then another place, 1 minute, let's call it. What does it call it? 1 minute, call it. I have a great love for the Vietnamese, Good, stand there, okay? Stand there. No, stand. Relax the body.
strength of mind, peace of mind. You go with the blessing of this ancient master. Free from all worry. Simply this power because of all the power of it. Have a peaceful night.
Thank you, sir.
So be happy. Yeah, it's like quite not today. Right? When one of the spirits they are telling, which language you are speaking? In English, okay, I speak English. Body doesn't belong to me, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to sing it. So it's like time just disappears in my system and I'm coming back to this time. I mean, problem environment, you know. Because we are yogis, we don't talk, we are upas on mountains and we are in another kind of practice. Then I'm coming to this situation. Anyway, you begin to understand me, I hope so. And then you take me to the asylum, you know. Don't do that, you know. Because, so what is it now? When Buddhas, then he said, when we hear his name, this is all rough for me talking. It's not my world, you know. This is rough, thoughts, time is leaving this body. This blessing, this peace that will come for you. You are not experiencing that. Some of you will never experience sometime, not here, I hope not. You know, or until you die, you will never know what states are there of peace and purity and content. But I hope and I feel you have some destiny. You have some destiny to be here in this moment, this time, and it will awaken. Before this ends, I will give you something more. Where something, the energy will awaken those particular aspects in your system. So when this particular person said, the spirits were telling that some of them were dying, almost dying when the name of this person, that's how they said, the Buddha's name was chanted. So I recommend chanting to overcome any disturbances. This also helps. But I noticed, like insecticides, you know, the insects get used to that insecticide. Then you have to put another heavy one. So same way I noticed some spirits get used to chanting also, and they manage to stay. So you have to find another method too. Okay, these are my research in this course of time. And another one, very interesting one, in Sri Lanka, they have a belief that you should not transfer merit or chant pirit or chanting in homes. You know, it's a very popular one, right? In homes that you should not do chanting. The spirits come into the home. You know who has created that, who delivered that idea? The spirits. Just imagine. Yes, we want to chase away this one and they know that, we are frightened of them. Who will tell that? Who will, really they don't like these words and all that. Now they were telling it's burning them. So anyway, this is also one good thing you must do. This will help you all. If you have disturbance, you don't fall asleep, insomnia and all that, it's nice. You do these things, definitely you will fall asleep. And peace of mind. And cancer was cured by this. Now I remember. one lady, she used to come and give us alms in the village, in Sri Lanka when I was going. So this lady was given 7 days in the trauma, I don't know whatever, with this thing. The doctors were giving her 7 days to live. She passed that 7 days and everybody was surprised what happened. The doctors asked, what did you eat? Did you take any special other than the medicine we were giving? To see, she knew, knowing she's going to die, she has been chanting and chanting and chanting. The chants, just chanting. And night, day, whenever she had the strength, she has been doing that. So anyway, these are true stories. I remember these things when she came and offered, and we were also happy and surprised about her. So these things are having an effect, no doubt. And even in, I will go to the then. Other one, he says, some of us who are nearly almost, they all died, when they were reading that book or looking at that book. I was wondering, and then it's which book to see? It's the Dhamma books. That was good for me because I'm trying to encourage the people to read the original Dhamma books, the suttas and so on. And Mr. Lord, go on, get into count. 1 minute.
I have to stretch.
Stretch.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Yes, it's good.
I'll
Relax the
join.
mind.
Please keep talking.
If you are going, I will give you something and go. If you need to go, don't worry about it, okay? But I don't want to go without giving my small tip,
Okay.
Anyway, you all are not used to sitting on the ground like this,
It's too long.
Anyone can stand up and a little bit stretch, okay? If you want to. Don't stay in uncomfortable posture. Yesterday in the program, okay, good. At least, yesterday in the program, when I said let's now start to meditate, so I had told them to sit down comfortably and keep their legs stretched. So then when I said, now we will start meditating, this gentleman, I'm so happy to meet you all. It's like meeting my relations. I'm also getting used to like the GPS, Before you had the maps and all that. Now you, even at 1 kilometer, you will be checking the GPS, right? I now experience here, while I was going with the people, they're not sure, they're sure with the GPS, They can't believe themselves. Oh my goodness. GPS is controlling you, right? So when I told these people to, sit down, I told them to, let's meditate. So they were waiting relaxingly. Now they were going to sit down like this. I said, which position is comfortable? Like this or like that? But yes, like that. I tell you to stay the comfortable posture. Not that, you think meditation is to sit down, okay? So then they, thought, I sit relaxingly. So you have to really, you not get caught to this kind of, you should find, for meditation I will give you some tips. So this is very important. Reading the Dhamma books, they said, because you may hear teachings from Bhante and many Bhantes may come and so on. But how can we trust anyone? How do we know they have enlightened or something? Better to get it from the mouth, the horse's mouth. Buddha himself, there's a translation. You have to read all the bulk, just get a few. That's why I recommend Word of the Buddha by Jnanatiloka Thero, on book. And you can apply it. There are certain, like many occasions when somebody is shouting, you can take it as a vibration. Like my auntie, she was a hot-tempered person. I was left with her in Sri Lanka when I came from Lesotho. And when in that occasion, once she took me to the truth rally, to show with the pastors and all that. And then in Sri Lanka, then again, those days also I had sometimes suddenly some impressions and I would work on that. I would not ask anyone permission. I would say, I'm going here. Like this, So I want to go back to visit that truth rally, going with the line. So those days, terrorist problem and all that, so they were very worried. And I told her, I'm going to worship. Then she said, yesterday we went, why do you want to go now? And she started shouting me. And she has not been with me, like I was given my parents she was to look after me or give my pocket money and things like that. So those days, I had this practice of reading the original sutras and applying it practically. Not just reading, just watching myself and looking at, seeing myself through the vision of the Buddha, how he tells you to see. So he tells we are made out of 5 elements. In today's day, it's like electrons or whatever. These 5 elements, and the ear and all that, it's made out of 5 elements: hardness, softness, and wateriness, like that. Now, but atomic structure is more fine. So then, when she shouted, it's like I feel sound vibration. And then, this is not my ear. That sutta is Mahasti Padapara Sutta. I was contemplating according to that. This ear is not mine, the sound is not mine, I was waiting like that. And then she looked at me and she found that I was not reacting, So this was the first and the last time she scolded me. Okay. So this must be practical if you can do that. But this should be practical. And when you do like that, nobody's going to scold you hereafter. But sometimes we don't scold outside, but inside they are scolding. So those vibrations go and people feel it. And they scold you more. But if you can control the inside also, that becomes a miracle, creates such power. For that you have to have some meditation knowledge. It has to be there. So I am not going to go too long. Let me go to another, because this is the emergency award. And because I think I've already operated yours. And wait a minute. So this point is important. Next time temptation comes, you must be careful of removing, recognizing you have these things. The other thing is, this is important. I tell 2 things if you don't control, nothing happens. One is your tongue, and the other one is, the greater the pressure, the greater the energy loss, damage. Other one is your, I don't know how to say this, but like your sexual activities. So his tongue and these 2, they are directly connected with the reptilian brain. When you think of food even, what brain is working that time? Reptilian brain. You must think like this, for example. At what time do you like to die? Be happy, good peace of mind, strength of mind. All your families get blessings too. Excuse me, where's your child? Where's your son? No, you. Your son? Where is he now? Okay. Give my blessings too. Tell the one mom sends his blessings, okay?
Thank you, sir. We are blessed.
So, we are aside now. Coming to this world and that world is 2 things. Sorry? Yeah. The reptilian brain. So, when you think of food, even what happens? reptilian brain. Now think of it. Do you like to die? In which situation would you like to die? If you have to die, do you like to die while you're watching TV? Or while you're playing games or something? Or while with your wife or something? No, that's the last thing, right? And while I don't know what, maybe, yeah, you would like to die when you're meditating, right? Peaceful, you want to go to a peaceful place. Or at least you must have that strength. You don't like to die in any other condition, even eating even. You must. Some people who are doing a lot of bad things, when I ask them, they say, oh, Bhante, before I die, I must clear these things, you know. They know. So my friends, to meditate and die, you must meditate all the time, because habit works. Many people, when they are, now some monks go when people die, you know, to give some kind of, they are called. So they tell me some of them are looking for the keys when they are dying. Where's my keys? Like that they are looking. And some of them are telling my bank account is here like this. And I think today they will most probably looking for the cell phone, you know. Emergency service quickly and dying moment. You know, they got so used to the cell phone, it's like so security. Yeah, I think today that might happen very much. You're with that cell phone and you feel so much connected part of it. So this is important when you're dying, how to correct yourself. So one interesting thing, the main way of loss of energy is, one is through sexual activity and then is food. You can see the tongue, red. You can see the sexual organ, same. So much nerves. So my friend, today we have certain in the sexual activity, the feelings, the more the feelings, or in food also, the more the feelings, the more the pressure, more the damage. So at a certain degree, when you experience pleasure at the peak of, say, any of these things, the MRI scan show the brain function, that the reptilian brain is entirely taking over the brain, shutting down the special brain, that means damaging it. So at that level, when you're experiencing something, we have monastic rules told by the Buddha. At that level, if you do something as monks, we are breaking a rule which is at the level of grave offense. Now very interesting, Buddha had no MRI machines, you know, but that knowledge, that shows he would have known the exact functioning of the brain and everything, about knowledge. So how he found that, you know, why he put us, don't do this. Because this is going to damage, this is going to destroy your wisdom, your thinking, the special abilities. So this experience in the Buddha's time was happening in few people only. Few people. Now even he put this rule after 20 years. So after 20 years it came cropped up in the monks, and then he put, don't do this. This is grave offense, like that. Now today, to find someone who is not doing is very, it's difficult. It's mostly common, it is happening, but nobody talk about among each other. So I wish these things were told to me when I was a young boy. Especially I was brought up in South Africa, Lesotho. So there, it's like Western culture there. And it's all bad, now I'm thinking in relation to bad means so much hedonistic kind of life. So anyway, I don't want to miss this point. So this, sometimes I get these blackouts, So if I don't continue explaining this, if I stop, I don't know. I now this is like GPS for me. I get used to this kind of prompted by people, and now I'll be so helpless. I should not forget about asking you. Okay? Okay. Must use that part of the because my brain would have got so much damage, altitude and going close to coma. I don't know, I'm surviving like this also is a miracle. Where was this particular thing? So So this, but Buddha's time it was few people it was happening. Now it's common. Hmm? So this particular experience normally it is also connected with the evil spirits because we activate so much raga or desires, passions, sexual activity. It creates all this particular muck inside our system, and there are spirits eating this muck. You know, so they are circling around your body. So when this is happening, my friend, and then what happens? You look like you are losing your personality. You look like a useless guy. So you have to sometimes maybe give your visiting card or dress up nicely, have a bath and come, to attract people. There's no charm in you. The charm, you destroy that charm. So these things are happening, especially this particular activity I'm talking about. This is very, very important. No one has taught us this, but in the Christian religion also they say the demon and Lucifer and all that. But Buddhist people who are practicing, they should know more. But unfortunately, no one teaches this at school or at young age. It's called Kumara Brahmachari actually. When you're studying and all that, how to practice celibacy when you're a young boy or until you get married. So this is not, even this is lost. So now I find in the West, there are a group of people who are practicing these things. Very interesting. Some kind of nature has created that, I don't know. Group of people in the West, people who got together and going on this 3 days, 1 week, refraining from these things and practicing. You can refer in the YouTube. It's called NoFap. Okay? If some of you don't understand now. When I have left this hall, maybe left Australia, you can find out. Okay? Okay. Especially the Sri Lankan crowd. Because I'm sure the Western, they will. NoFap. Have you heard this word? I don't want to talk too much about it. Okay? Check that. There are people, groups of people for 3 days, 1 week. They count the days, 1 month, like that. And they say the negative aspect is very important to know this. Okay? Otherwise you become an animal in a human body. Just indulgence. So most of them are incomplete, but please don't think about it. Because you will never invite me here after you know about all this. Okay, that's good for me. I'm happy with my conscience. I've given you the tools, and so this is important. You refer, especially the younger ones, from the age of 14. Okay, age of 14, 15, 16. I'm sure you'll never get it from anybody. Remember this. I mean, even in the computer, when you look there, demon only will catch you first, not the ones that are there. Are good knowledge also in the computer. This is information technology. You have choose to get that. You must learn to. So when you refrain like this and practice, what happens? Now when you do the opposite way, the negative things happen. When you refrain, some positive thing also should happen. When you get anger and other things, you get hormones secreted in the body, adrenaline. Okay? So like that, even cancer actually is psychosomatic, most of the diseases. This come out of some negative thought you had that upset or worried. Actually we are having cancers all the time. And when our bad time comes, it gets diagnosed. And then we have mental worry and everything, and it increases more. It's good if we never went for a test. This has happened to many people who come in rushing to me, Bhante, I just went for a test, I didn't think and just went for the test and they find that I'm having it. So I don't know, she was in Australia long years back, I don't know what happened to her, one lady who came rushing to the monastery in Sri Lanka. So, when you are practicing, when you are now coming, tranquilizing and being happy and making your mind peaceful, something should get secreted also. That is called ojas in the Sanskrit actually. Ojas, tejas. This is also a substance in your system. We don't know how to tap it normally. Actually, when that is tapped, that normally goes to the brain. It flows to the brain through the column. And it goes and opens up the brain areas which are not open before. And it gets deposited in that brain. And then it starts to make you have these thoughts. It's like a cycle. So more you are doing this and this increases in you more, the ojas increases, then you will find definitely a clarity in your aura. You become a charming person. You can see normally you get a shine in your the cheeks and the forehead. So I normally tell, don't lose this shine if you got it. You know, like the beauty queens or models, knowing this, they also do yoga and all that. Why? They know it's not just the beauty or the makeup. It is actually something, you know, the personality and things like that. That gets formed by this restraint and this practice. So when they do this, of course, you know, I mean, you know, you all use, some of them use, you don't have to use what you call that, fair and lovely, right? Fair and lovely. Men don't use, right? Fair and lovely. It's very interesting, the English words, you know, like we have vanity box, okay? Yeah, you know, these ladies have this, what they call it, vanity box. I mean, how the English, you know, they're so philosophical in their English also. Vanity box. It's vanity, you know. All this lipstick and things. Now, I'm not telling you, my mother is my greatest inspiration. She's my guru, she's everything, you know. Like, she's a big force behind whatever I'm doing in this life. So, but it's very interesting, she never used to put lipsticks or anything. I mean, she was a different lady. She was not like a woman, you know. It's very interesting. She was naturally, I mean, someone had to dress up. One day I had a big problem in Chennai, not as a monk, as a layman, you know. I went to help these ladies, aunties. You know, a lot of, one group went in Bangalore, I think. They went to buy saris. So I thought, oh, I must help these aunties, not nice, you know. I was very as a young boy, I used to help like this. So I used to fight also, but I had that, no one imagined I used to do like that. But then I used to do this. So that day, I found my mother never went. You know, she was in a room and like that. But these aunties I met, my goodness. To buy a sari, they would go from shop to shop, and the shopkeepers also were fainting, you know. They are rolling, this rolling. I don't know, you know, their world is so funny world. No, I'm just, it's not, you know, people who are here, when you meditate and all that, you fail to become a woman and a man, you go into another realm, okay? There is no male, no female in the samadhi level. It's only an external level. At that level, you can all achieve this. This is not, now there's some Buddha brought Ananda brought the Sangha, the Bhikkhuni. No, the ladies also can achieve, you know, this practice. Buddha said, yes. He said, why not? Like that he asked the Buddha. So all of you can, and all of you are the creators of great beings, you know. Their thoughts, that soft power, that power coming from the heart, and to the mothers, that sincere, my God, that can create anything. Emperors, Buddhas, all these things. And I see, at least a little bit I'm doing, you know, it's all coming from my mother. Actually, I saw her meditating when she was a young, when I was a young boy. But that time, I used to think this girl's thing, you know, meditation. I was like, this is not good. But I saw her doing this, you know, wishing metta, compassion, like this. But this didn't make any impact. The small boy, it's just making impact. So, where was I now on my trend? Sorry? Okay. So when Ojas Tejas, you know, that goes more to, you get that shine, your aura will increase. And you don't have to give introductions to anybody, you will be a charming person. In other words, you will be very handsome. And but there are some boys, they are doing this to attract the ladies. This is also very bad. Because that's the day, it's going, that's misuse. You might read Edgar Casey. These boys, they told me, you know, they said, yeah, they are also practicing, sir. I said, yes, good. But I find that they are more attractive. I said, you don't practice for this purpose. I didn't see them. Where's my... they didn't contact, no? The musician? No, they didn't contact, no? They said they contact or that you didn't contact? How was it?
Yes, then the number
Okay. It's funny, we went to one bush area and then we met these two boys, you know, they were also very advanced. They have been practicing Vipassana at the age of 18 and so on. They were so advanced people.
So they said they might join one of the programs, so I don't know. So the other young one was telling, yeah, I told him secretly because I didn't want them to hear, because I thought this is when they asked me information, what to practice, what are the advice you want to give, and so I pinpoint. They said, yeah, we are practicing this. You see, they are on the track. They are on the track, they know the information, they know the time, current problems, current things, and they are dealing with that. There are beings like this. It's not a... So when he did like that, when I told him, the other one said, no, you don't do for that purpose. It's like, it's dangerous also, because you do like that. Yeah, I had another gentleman from Israel. He was not a gentleman, he became a monk, and he was in the forest with us. So he used to come with his problems, What are his problems? Before, he used to do yoga for 10 days or 1 month, and then 1 month he used to go to the nightclub. This was his practice. He knows yoga very well, the asanas and the Raj Yoga. But he did this practice, and what he does, he will go and he used to tell, he used to find a lady or something, he used to tell me like this, and then indulge in this thing. So it went on for several years. And then also, he was of the age of 35, 38, like that, he became, he joined the monks in Sri Lanka, he came. And then I met him in the forest. And then to see so many thoughts, he's trying all these activities, they are coming to his head. So you don't do that practice for, you continue, okay, some temptation, some problem comes, you can't help it, you don't regret what has happened. That is also bad. That is because of too much ego. You think somebody did something to you or you did it. There's no you, it's just a happening. Even great criminals can become saints immediately if they have the right thinking. This happened. So what happened? He actually, so he was falling. So I say, don't repeat it, but don't ponder on what you have done. That's also bad, but not to repeat also. You must make effort to do like that. You know about Angulimala, He was a murderer, serial killer. But he met the Buddha few minutes. He would have not spent more than few hours even, 1 hour maybe. What happened to him? That karma, that actions would have made him go to the hells. Would have made him have so much trouble, even prison. Because the king was coming to catch him. Then what happened? The Buddha meeting a great wisdom, source, and then suddenly his way of thinking changed. What happened? He also got liberation. He had no birth, rebirth again. He was fully liberated. But he did experience those karma in a different way. How? When he used to go for arms round, anyone who throws stone used to hit him. And he used to come with blood. But what is that pain? It's little pain. Compared to if he had to go born in hells and things like that. So, just meeting the right knowledge, thinking rightly, but sometimes you might have done a small mistake, but you are thinking so much about it. Your wrong thinking and negative thinking can take you to hell. So this is very important. Don't ponder about it. Nobody can, you cannot tell that, nothing, everything, any situation, anything you have done, you can recover from that, or you can really become great after that. But you must learn to let go and not repeat. It's too very important. And otherwise, there may be a point where you might repeat again and you just can't come back again. Don't come to that point. Because your system gets so... okay. So, you have to... So that is the pause. Now, other thing, have you heard of Swami Vivekananda? Vivekananda? In Chicago, Parliament of Religions, in 1995, the Hindu yogi, it was that time Anagarika Dharmapala attended that Parliament of Religions. He represented Buddhism, and Swami Vivekananda represented Hinduism, but there were others, he just came by chance. There were difficulties, he had no proper introduction, no qualification, but some destiny brought him there. And he was very frightened, 7,000 people in the audience, he didn't want to speak, He was waiting for last, the moderator, he told, Swami, you have not given your speech, please give your speech. And when he spoke,
He spoke, his first words were sisters and brothers of America. Now that time there was no video or this kind of camera or anything, you know. What the paper reports, they say the parliament went mad. And what was it? They all felt to pay tribute to something which they didn't know what it was. So they were clapping for 5 minutes, clapping. They were thinking what this was. So later on when they interviewed, they asked what was that power, what was that force? They say his voice was like a Chinese gong. I mean, they might be having Chinese gongs here, I don't know. It says Chinese gong. It pierces through the heart. Now later on, in the interviews, they asked Swamiji, what was that power you had that time? He says, in the yoga practice, they have 12 years, they practice a certain practice where they don't even think of women. They control sensual thoughts, even in thought. But when I heard this was hopeless for me. You know, it's like someone coming flying and you know, I can't relate to myself. So, but Mahatma Gandhi I can relate because he struggled. Some hope for me, you know. Really. So anyway, yeah, he had to struggle. So otherwise we hear these perfect stories. Bye-bye. You can have your perfect and I can't do nothing else with that. So anyway, in this particular, Vivekananda, when he asked, he said there's a 12-year practice where you don't even think of sensual thoughts. When you practice like that, he says a kind of a covering in your brain, a veil in your brain is taken away. And then there's this super brain, he says, starts to work. And that is the purity, that purity burst out, he said, during that time of the. So, it's interesting. You know, if you hear, I don't want to tell like that, no, it's not nice. I don't want to insult anyone. Even, because, you know, even prostitutes, they became saints. They are saints. It is covered by, you know, that karma. They were saints. They become saints. Sometimes some small mistake in that, I have studied that also, why they go to addictions, drug addicts. They have been doing great things, but they do a small mistake and it creates that addictive karma. And if that is removed, you find they are going like, you know, jets. So Buddha knew that there were many who were like that and they became saints. So we can understand why. Drunkards. Some even complain to the Buddha, how can you tell, you know, that you will, then anybody can declare they are saints, you know. But he showed that it's not by, he later tell, even this tree, if it has affection towards me, I will declare a saint. So that genuineness, you know, purity, those things. You may be a scholar. Okay, I will tell you another story. You know, I'm going to tell some 2-3 stories, okay? Just to entertain you all a bit. There was one learned scholar monk. Or do you know about this story about about the captain in the sea and the scholar. There's someone. I will tell you, yesterday I told a new one, suddenly a new one came about chapati. You don't know. Okay. But it doesn't work here. I have to find one chapati. Yesterday I got this new one suddenly, because my brain is now, I have to go and see the jungle, I get all these things again. Now, because my teachings also is like, you have to meet me not too many times. Meet me, then practice and come, like that. It's not something I'm entertaining, but you all are new. But people who are coming again and again, not necessary. Just one time enough, you practice, and then you get something, you come. So no, I don't know where, it's okay, you come, you give me strength also. Okay? I'm not hinting to any of you all. I'm not always here, so good you come and get some energy. Some of you I saw in, what is it, Melbourne? From there? No. That house? Where's Delhi? For the retreat, huh? Yeah, no, I know, yeah, retreat. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay.
So I will tell you some particular story. Let me see which one to give you. So I will tell you this one. Nobody knows this, I think, because it's only my story. It's this one. You know, there was like three. I would have told before the program. Three monks who were very simple. They were like, you know, in an island. So they got to know that they were telling three is great and greatness is three. Like this. Just chanting that. Sri Tiratmaya Shrestha Shrestha Kamatirat Tulsaran, whatever. So greatness is three and three is great, you know, like that. Something they were telling. Three means Buddha Dhamma Sangha or Trinity. You can say Holy Spirit, okay? For me, no problem, anything. So anyway, when they were telling like this, so one scholar, he realized, oh, innocent, they are, you know, I must go and teach them something, you know. I can do it free of charge because they are monks and I can give them more knowledge and they will attain realization. So he went rowing with a boat. He was a scholar, a great monk. He went, do you know this? You know from me, I'm sure, if you know about it. No, you can't know from nobody. Then he went and then he told them some elaborate, you know, some philosophies and this thing, and they were trying to understand, oh sir, thank you for teaching us all this. And then he was also happy, and they all worshipped him and everything, and the boat went back. So halfway, I think it must be like our monastery, you know, very long lagoon. He was rowing. From far away from the island, he's seeing three lights coming, you know, like it's like illusion or something. The lights were coming closer and closer, and he came near the boat and he saw that they were the three small saints. Then one of the saints suddenly, when the water, he was like this, and he's telling, sir, sorry, you know, we forgot about some of that part you were telling, that verse. He said, he looked at him and said, don't worry, you remember your old one. Okay. You remember your own one. So much knowledge is also not the important thing. It is actually the so this is very important, I think. You get some practical knowledge, but I will tell you about chapati thing. You know, no one heard this, right? It was in yesterday night. Yesterday night we finished on 11 o'clock. We started late also. But where they carry Canberra, yeah. Like a schedule, you know, going on, and then Shanti first in the lunchtime. That was nice, of course. But then again, it was like a program with the nuns and all this. I feel sorry, I'm meeting human beings, not all the time meeting. They were very interested, you know. So, other one is how your karma comes to you. So, in the Himalayas only I heard this. Someone taught me this story, just to make up my mind as a young boy when I went there. This one, there was one very rich family. This girl married to a poor family, to a husband who was from a poor family, and he was also poor. So they had to eat roti. In India, you know, have you been to India? In India, it's chapati, roti is the common diet. So they were eating roti, and so he was fed up with roti, you know. So he remembers sometimes they go to his father-in-law's house, they are eating good food, or different variety. So he thought, one day, you know, for a change, shall we go to your father's house, so we can have some, you know, for a change, they will be preparing good food. So they told the father-in-law, sent a message, for dinner we are coming. For dinner we are coming for a gathering, you know, they didn't tell dinner, but then they know that they will get dinner also. So anyway, when they went, the father-in-law also thought, oh, you know, you must make something special for them, they are coming after a long time. We are always having these dishes, maybe we make them at home. We make roti. Right? So what happened? Your mother also makes roti? Oh, I don't like, my mother tried to give me, all this, she makes all this, this vegetables when I was a young boy, So those days what I used to do, don't do that. She used to feed me here, I used to go in my bicycle, go around and what? I used to do this, don't do that. It was a terrible time when I was young. When you're young, you want to grow up. Okay, you want to be a big boy. And when you are a big boy, you want to be a small one. You're so unsatisfied with life, so many ways, until we get this peace of mind. So I will go to the story. Okay, so then the father-in-law, they ordered the cook to make special roti, So they came. And now they are all closed, like buffet or something, and they were given. So then he was very happy now, oh my goodness, So he just opened and to see, oh my God. You know what he said? Yes, roti, how did you come all this way? Then the roti spoke out, your karma got me. This happens in our life, my friend. Especially when we change our wives sometimes or go against our parents and we think, okay, but we realize that suddenly, like in a circle, things come back to us, It's very interesting. We can't run away from our circumstances. Better to face it. And it is very important. So that roti story is interesting. Yesterday it just came up. I had so many stories, but I have forgotten. I'm not preparing to give. Only I want to help you all. That's all. So I wish the right knowledge will come. That will, give you some support. Now we do little meditation, no? You're sleepy now also. You want to do some meditation? Okay? Okay. I think these things might be helpful for you all. So just relax your bodies. I will check whether you are relaxed also. I like to do something with that gentleman, I think I'm in love with him. You can come. Yeah. Maybe you can sit here. You can use that cushion. I want people to see you. Because you're going to be my human sacrifice. Yeah. In a comfortable posture, not like this. Maybe you can keep your legs straight. Or when you feel nice, I'm just sad for you. You should not, because you're nice. Then my mind. Okay. That's my sacrificing mind. I'm joking. So what? Just don't worry about the crowd. This is just a perception. Really. It's just nothing really. I see it like that. And it's also illusion. So all of you also, So, I want you now, you want to meditate, but these are preliminary things you must know. You will see. And this is a simple thing, just to relax, how to relax your body. You have to start with that. Normally the older text it says Kaya Viveka, and then from that Chitta Viveka. But if you don't have Kaya Viveka, relaxation of the body, you can't get the relaxation of the mind. It's a very simple thing. And I did it for my drivers who are going also helping me, and I had a smooth drive. Otherwise, it would like this. And I was thinking they're taking on me on a safari or something. But initially I didn't say anything. So then they were also telling me, Bante, how do we meditate while we are doing work? Then I said, wait, I will teach you right now. And I touched his forehead. Luckily the police, they were not there. Maybe otherwise they would have told Al-Qaeda or somebody. If they see me touching like this in the windscreen, because I'm in Australia, maybe you'll have to visit me in the jail. So anyway, that time I was,
I to relax your body. Just be comfortable with the sitting posture. Feel the seat and what you have to do so that you don't make an accident. But just find a nice, comfortable feeling in the body to relax. And immediately, he was like stiff with his body holding the steering wheel, and it was like this straight, and it became like this relaxed. So you have to consciously tell yourself, because we have not been taught to do this. We have been taught to be tense actually, not taught. Our activities have made the tense muscles. So I'm just going to tell my friend, I hope if you can just relax a little bit. Okay, that's good. I'll be doing something, don't pay attention to that. Think I'm a doctor, like who is examining you, so you don't pay attention. You only concentrate on, like when you're going to fall asleep, you forget everything, and then you lie down, and you forget the environment, and you just want to think the cool part in your mind. Just have that thought, okay? And don't look what I'm doing or anything, right? Okay. Just in intention, okay? Don't worry. Don't worry about the crowd or anything. Just think that when you're in lying down, just relax your mind. All the tension, let it go. Take a deep breath and take all the arms. Okay? Okay, you're getting it, right? Okay. Good, you can take a seat. All this arranged, right? So you have to do it yourself, now you get an idea. You have to find out, you see, you could be in tense situation. You have to first learn to get that relaxation. But this if you learn when you're driving and everything, any activity, washing clothes or sweeping, don't do things with tiredness. You just watch your, the mental peace that is there, and how the mental peace increases, that you do. Now he's going to get a medal, He did it, wonderful. Okay. And I'm so happy for that. Now, after that, I need to do something. Just a moment. Take your hands, okay? And have you done this now? Yeah, I have to do it. It's the result. Just in a vigorous way, no? Not like baby shake, but like this. Luckily there's no monks, and my brother monks are not here. So what happened to our mind? Now relax like this, okay? Don't be sleeping like this, right? Feel your legs, you can keep straight, comfortable way. Picture your body from like outside, how you're seated. Like from outside, you picture your body. How you're seated, what you're dressing. I am now dressing in a robe, and my robes are between wanting proper order after all this shaking. But just picture how you are seated. I come outside. Now what I did in the Himalayas and in the jungles, I'm going to do the old practice, watching yourself when I'm facing death. But look at your cool area in the brain, feel that more relaxing, and you're watching your own body. Buddha is now, the olden times is telling to the ancient monks, Rupam Vikkare Anatta. In Pali language, body is not yours. Why is it not yours? This question. Abhadaya, Samvarteya, Lappet Charupe, Evam Nirupam Evam Nirupam. Body is not yours because it is subject to affliction. It is subject to affliction. You can't order the orders. May it be like this, may it not be like this. If you don't want to get old, it doesn't obey your orders. It gets old, it gets wrinkled. You don't want to get sick, it gets sick. You don't want to die, it dies. Slowly think about it. This happens to this so-called body. So, it is not mine if I can't control it. So, this is the real situation. You have to look at your own body from outside. And without a body, we can't have consciousness, feelings, perceptions. So those feelings, perceptions also Buddha says, Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, Vijnana, Anatta. Why is it not yours? It is also subject to affliction. We want to have good feelings, sometimes we have bad. We want to keep the good feelings, but it changes. And we want to avoid the bad feelings, sometimes still it's there. So we have little control. When you have little control, then it is not ours. You have to picture that, whatever we thought and all that. Vedana, Sanya, Sankara, Vijnana, Vikkare. Vijnana Chahitam Vikkare. Why is it not yours? It's subject to affliction. Abhaya, Sanyakti. Lampet Vijnani, Evam Vijnana. Evam Vijnana. May my feelings be this, may my feelings be that. It doesn't follow my orders. So when you picture like this, Eva Pasanyata Bhuta, when you see this with more clarity of mental peace, with concentration and clarity, you feel detached from the body. You don't feel it's my body, you detach from it. This is called Nipindati, Virajyati, you feel dispassionate. Nirodheti, the mind comes to peace. Nippanati, this is called Nibbana. Sankhara Parama Dukkha, Nibbana Sukha. This existence is suffering, but Nibbana is the highest bliss. When you think of it in your mind, free from all these bad thoughts and this peacefulness, may this peacefulness be experienced by all who are in this room. You can go to this compassion meditation. May these people, you picture them, they are there, they also want to be happy, so may they be really happy for this experience. Not only these people who are in this surrounding neighborhood, like in a helicopter you are going out, and all this area in Sydney, and slowly to the state, then Victoria State, and all over Australia, all human beings, like you're seeing them like ants, may they be happy, may they come to the peacefulness and happiness inside. Not only Australia, New Zealand, you go to Sri Lanka, all the villages in India, and Nepal, Tibet, China, so many people. Just focus this picture in your mind and see that peacefulness. Not only China, then Russia, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, Syria, Middle East. Like you are seeing earth from outside, may all of them be happy, suffering. Not only them, then this particular Mediterranean Africa, Europe, North America, South America. Then again to Australia, Japan, Taiwan, entire humanity. Like you are looking for space, may they be free from suffering. May they come to inner peace. Not only human beings, all animals, all creatures, with the yakshas and pretas and bhutas, may all of them come to this inner peace. And not only them, so those Vetarani, Padumas, Dhamma and Dhammaratha. And from there, slowly the angel verse, Chatu Maharajika Pavatiksa, Prasita Dhamma Dhammaratha. That is the Deva angel verse, who has very less greed, hate and illusion, may it completely disappear from you. Not only those people, the higher worlds, Brahmalokas, the powerful gods who develop a lot of meditation and compassion in the human brain, they came to that state. They have no greed, no hate, but they have the feeling of I, ego. So may that also fade away. How peaceful they will be. Brahma Purohita Brahma Pansa, Mahabhara, they have the Abhasa, Akarita Brahma, Nesanya Nasana, and the lowest world. Again go back to the human beings and the animals, creatures, and the hell worlds. Again sweep to the angel worlds, and all those world systems be free from hate. You picture them in front of your mind's eye, my friend. Don't get distracted. Your mind must get cured now from all this anxiety. Let that peace enter your mind and get focused and relax the body. Feel the coolness in the head and picture these good thoughts. May not the demons and negative forces enter your system. In this way, you keep the mind alive. Keep picturing this. Relax the body. I want to explain something also. I forgot to do it. I will do that also quickly and then we wind up. I know you want to be in this tranquil situation, but I come back to it in a very fast way after explaining this. Because I hope you get these tools. You will understand it better by after doing this a bit. You know, there's a practice for meditation. If you want to reduce your monkey mind, daytime, how you behave, how you do, you must, if you register so many things in your eyes and ears, then you can't, it gets registered and it just comes in your brain. So there's a way how to look at things. It's a basic practice. It's called Indriya Samvara Sila. So I will tell you how, like, look at my eyes, I will look at you, I can see you like this, okay? But now when I look at you like this, I am in a, do I look focused or not now? When you look at my eyes, I look what, focused or no focus? No focus. So this no focus is a practice you must do. Like say you're walking a path, some two people are coming, a walking path, you must know there are two people, others you knock, but you don't know who they are, you don't try to recognize. That is the practice. When you cross the road, you look at the cars, but you don't look who is inside the car. So that way, this is a very important practice. And some people tell me who are meditating, Bhante, I see something and I look at the impermanence of what I see. But after you have seen and you reflect impermanence, it's like you have been shot. You must learn to cut it completely. Because when you see immediately, the animal brain works. Reptilian brain. Okay? So when reptilian brain works, your thinking brain and analyzing brain doesn't work. Then greed comes, lust comes, anger comes. So once there's a practice when I was passing through a restaurant, suddenly, now normally there's a lot of traffic. I know you have heard this many times, but this will give the point. Normally Sri Lanka is not good, the traffic and so much near the Marine Drive. So I was passing a restaurant I was going. And suddenly, normally, because of the carbon dioxide, I keep my mouth closed. And I was going to meditate in one hall. So while passing, the smell was coming. And then I know that if you take the smell, the reptilian brain works and we have to cut, we cut it. We learn to practice not to get the smell. So, the smell of the food of the restaurant. So when it was coming through the nose, I started to breathe through my mouth. Because the carbon dioxide is better than the smell. Because that is poison to the body, okay, but getting bad, desired thoughts is more poisonous. So I opened my mouth, but the problem is these people, the smell was coming through the mouth and going to the nose. I was getting the smell from, then I stopped breathing, that part. But when I stopped breathing, because food and also women or men, it is the smell, perfume, for the other way, smell and the picture. You have, the restaurants, all this picture. I wish they took the picture, real picture in the toilet in the morning, and then put it there. That is actually the real picture. It's yellow color, brown color, right? This is the real thing there. And maybe they can put the, the smell from there. And, you don't have business, but this is the actual situation. But when you have that smell, it doesn't let you think. Now for meditation, I'm telling this for really who want to really do the meditation. I'm telling these co-practitioners if you really want to develop this, because there may be people who need this. So when you cut the smell, what happened now? I did that. I closed my mouth and then I went. Now it is the fantasy idea about food that we want to go. Now if I get the smell and then if I don't have money also, I might go. Now I might even think maybe I'll become a layman and go. I can't go now like that. So this thought, this will come first. You are caught by that, but now you don't suppress and wait. You don't get the smell and you don't look at the restaurant. And when you go, you think back what that food is. What is it? If you bite, what will happen? You will munch. What happens in your mouth? Now because your brain is bright, you can notice that what happens when it touches the tongue, the feeling comes, how the consciousness comes. And when the food is now munched with saliva or that it looks munk, you can picture it. And when it changes, the feeling doesn't come. You have to give another bite like that. So how that feeling only we think is ourself. It is actually, if you don't have feeling, you don't get the idea of self. Then how the self arises, all that we need to see, understand. And when we see, it's like vomit, puke. And when you're picturing like that, the real picture, then our mind also subdues from that craving. Because it's breaking the illusions of it. So this is the practice. So that is that you have cut those two things. So I think we went to one, for bushwalk, one place. Suddenly two ladies, they were passing and suddenly the perfume was going on. And I just reminded him that how to cut now I told you that you don't get the perfume, you don't try to smell the perfume. Because suddenly even a mud body, you feel, it gives you, the smell of the body and the shape. Actually women to the shape, or men also shape and the smell. Because it is mud thing, the body and all that, the flesh is, if you just have a lump of flesh, it has no attraction. If you put it in a shape, so the eyes, the brain works for a shape and a this thing. So that's why you are careful what you're saying. So now you may drive your vehicle, you don't look. But you must look again with your brain. What is the real picture? You don't try to understand by marrying the girl, you know. Then you get it's too late. When you marry, you really come close to the person and then you get to know the reality of the thing. But before that you can know and maybe find the right partner for your purpose, you know. This is actually, so you can, most of us, some of them, some ladies complain, I married my husband for his looks. So you get caught for that, you know, and then later on you realize this was only the look was there, nothing in him, you know, like that. But that is bad to say, you see, because now even sometimes some ladies they complain, you know, you are like a vegetable, you do nothing or something. You know, if you tell a husband like that, he will really become like that. You understand? You must make him feel at home, you know, and so actually if you are a real wife, okay, if you are a demon, there is a big problem, you know. You will, sorry, you should never hurt anyone, especially who are close to you. But for that you must be detached. Sometimes you get angry with children because you have too much expectation, attachment, even from husbands, wives. This expectation. And your sort of imaginations, oh, this is one I was expecting, and this happened. Then you get angry. But you can know about the fiction section. So you know that you can never have such a perfect relationship with anybody. Only to get detachment is the perfect. Then you can live with anybody. You understand? You become a person who can live with anybody. That's where your relationships be okay. But when you need some type of relationship to that type of mind, you can never find the satisfaction. It's going behind the fantasy. So, this cutting down practice, I hope you got this for your practical purposes. Then you can have more meditation, good results. And so, leave alone internet, that brings you the demon connections. But when you are going through a street also, I remember when I was practicing this thing from the age of 18. When I read the original text, they give you the standard procedure for this practice. So people normally do other practice, just go like that and just sit down. It doesn't happen like that. It's an entire way how you are spending the day. And I remember once I was walking through an alley when I was 18, 19, I was practicing this. And two girls were going like this. And then suddenly I do this practice. I have not looked at what I was going like that. They were telling, wow, how did you do that? because they would always expect a boy to do like this. And this was very interesting. Anyway, those were long years back.
When you're trying to cut those, what you see and feel, that could even disturb your memories.
Yes, like a drug addict don't get, the turkey effect can come. In a business, that's why you immediately look at the fantasy behind it. Okay? You cut not experiencing it, and then you look at the fantasy behind it. After that, just you keep away, and then you think about it, not with the intoxication. If you feel it, you have no thinking power. Now when you keep away, like a ninja man, these things come and put a darkness to you, and then he can spike you. Okay? Now when you don't get caught to the darkness, you can think lucidly. And then, because you will never come out of it, you are always fantasizing about it. You think there's something great about it. So now when you cut away from that, and then go back and think about it, what it is. And you will find reality, you will find facts about this. And facts are not like, it's not going to be good. There's a saying, far away it is apple, nearby it is pepper. Do you know this? Durata apple, lagata pepper here. Far away apple, Apple is an expensive fruit in Sri Lanka maybe, because we don't grow this thing. So far away it looks apple, it looks very expensive. But there's a cheap fruit called pepper, pepper, it's good for digestion. So it says when it comes to close, those things become pepper. So when you know the truth of everything, if you have really known the truth, you will have detachment. If you are really excited about something, that means you are living in an illusion state.
One thing
doing the same way in one day, should you look at the speed of doing this? I, for example, when I'm in a shower, I try to meditate, but I'm having very difficult because I tend to shower fast. So I try to calm down when it's hard. What is your peaceful?
The thing is, today, like, our speed is increased by, I told you, like, the other things we have to check, like, through internet, no fab. You don't know still what I'm talking about, that no fab, you know, okay. So these certain things we have to see our main loss of energy places. Now, even married life today, really, I would say, the purpose would be, any misuse of our senses, have an effect on it. It's not, nature is like that, So you overindulgence of anything will have an effect on the brain and our general, we can do normal things, but we can't get that tranquility. So, even as a married person, I think marriage I call sometimes, when you're married, it's like being a monk. Right? You stick to one person, how boring that person is. Right? How boring, how these things are so monotonous. You stick to that person. This is a control. This creates character. When you are going from one, then you are like but normally you do like that because you have a spirit problem. Because these are the ones who are taking you like that. So if wives know that or husbands know, they will be kind to the person and not. But if you are too possessive and you will create more pain in the person, and you torture the person due to that anger and disappointment and so on. So these are all how you are thinking, no? All of you. Oh my God. I hope you remove all your demons and be a real soothing effect to all who are you are connected to this world. You will enjoy that so much. You get, when you give so much love and peace to the surroundings, you will get thousandfold. You are not expecting like that, but you will have wonderful life. So that was sorry. The energy losses, that you have to be very careful. When you are declined, then your speed gets less. Okay, and then you learn to enjoy the coolness in the brain. Relax, you learn to notice, that, and when you're driving, you see, why I'm rushing? Let me go. You start to walk also. How can I walk in a, where I feel restful, like walking in a park or something? You start like that. And then you begin to notice that cool feeling inside you. And you try to increase that. Whatever that increases, you try to do. Whatever that disturbs, that you try to avoid. So when you are driving or doing any other work, you try to bring in this consciously. So after some trying, 1 week, 2 weeks, you find, you find something different in your life. The speed, even the shower, you can chant something, Now I used to chant sometimes some mantras, those days, as a young boy. And then later on you can even go, it's like washing a dead corpse, attending to it. One day is going to be dead, that's why I'm attending to that. And then you are more detached from it. And you can do many things, but so yeah, you can try. It's good that you're trying. The younger the better, you better try because you're ready for anything. You can go down.
What was that word we said to the bear?
Where's Kanda? Kanda.
Oh, come.
This is
You chanted the whole thing?
no. Just few, just 2 lines only, and he turned and he just chanted. The Pilipa, Virupa came in the Dhammaratha, Erapa. So you can you can use it for the bears in the city, Maybe the policeman, for a ticket. It works. Not with policeman, I found with LTD or the theory because the positive mind is more powerful than the negative one. You can have that compassion, real compassion, and detachment and all that, it will control the minds of others who are weaker, who are having anger, lust. Yes, weaker. So even dogs, animals.
May I ask your advice on children and how we discipline and raise our children in a happy environment rather than always scolding, being frustrated.
I also, if I had children, I don't know, I am not scold also, It's not nice, it's nice to, but how, I think until the age of 18 at least you must, set certain and make them knowledgeable. Knowledge about, I told you about the internet and things, and have certain check. But again, I would say you don't try to use force, you try to use the spiritual force. I know some parents, how they control their children. I mean, he was a drug addict actually. He was running behind, going with the gangs and all that. So he didn't come home. So the mother, what she did, she's my good friend. She does yoga and is a yogi actually. What she did was, she observed precept. She thought there's something wrong in her destiny, her way of behavior, that this is. So she tried to perfect she picked up some vow or something, and some sort of self-purification, keep away from something. And then she counted the days, 1, 2, 3 days, and remain in that, and then so taught the universe that it has some truth, and you should look. And then this boy started coming. Where's my mother? I want to see my mother. I want to see my mother. And so I think best thing, before you correct your children, you set an example. I think, but only like instruction. Now I had a problem. I can tell you, it is recorded. Oh no. It's okay. It might go to my brother and everything. No problem. I hope you will excuse me. He's a grown-up boy. So when I was at home. I used to go and meditate, and I come time to time to home. A long time ago, before being a monk, as a layman. So my brother was, like my father got into the computer those days. We don't know what this is, and so he was all the time in the computers. But it's become so public, I hope you don't mind. I don't mind, so. But he's not in that mental state. But it is for the sake of giving you knowledge. I wish I told somebody else. That is okay. So anyway, I was walking. So one night, during his I was walking, doing the walking meditation behind his room, the balcony. I was going up and down. And suddenly, from the balcony, I saw he was not looking at the good thing, looking something very bad. So I got a shock. I felt frightened. My brother, I had to. So I went and told my father. So my father also was helping. He was telling he's having his exam, we can't tell anything, he gets disturbed, and like this sort of thing, But in my idea, I think it's his character. He's going to be damaged, destroyed at such age, 14 or 13, 14, 15, 14, 15 like that. That he's going to be exposed to this kind of things, So then what happened? I realized if I have still the emotions of brother and all this, I will not do the right thing. So I went to the shrine room, locked myself, and waited until I became calm, and I felt detached from this family. Like, did my meditation where I don't feel conscious of the problem and the thing. And then I thought what my duty, with that mental state, I thought I'll do my duty. I must show the right and wrong. He's still young, as an elder. So I must be free from guilt that I didn't do anything for him. So what I did, I went with my father to his room. So he knew he has got caught. And with the pillow, he was looking like this, on the bed, young boy. So I sat down. My father was like, you can't deal with it. Because so much attachment and so much. So I just told him the pros and cons. I told him like this is our fault. Like that tactfully. Our fault, he couldn't tell you properly all these things. So he's listening like that. But for me to do that, I have to be so detached also. So I think you can use these things, You don't try to control them. They have their own destiny also, But you must at least feel happy that you have given them the example, and if they have to be thinking, they will be doing that. No problem. You can't be strict and like that, and that creates so much this thing, and they will anyway do bad things on the slide. So this, at least you must give that by example, and it has an impact. It definitely has an impact. And then you're also improving yourself, you're evolving as a person, and then you always use meditation and peacefulness of mind to do your duties. You will never do a wrong, you will do the right duty, you get the right wisdom, you know what to do. But sometimes we don't do meditation, we overindulge, worry about our children. That is our obsession. That is dangerous. We are damaging ourselves, and then we will be getting angry and so on. And they will have no faith. They will think you are going for this meditation and all that. But they will not have faith in you. They will feel that you are like trapped with them. but I can't give a personal experience about this. I had no children. But I had a grandma, great-grandma, in those days actually. She, when the son died, she was dying, she didn't shed a tear, she didn't even go there. She had just japa, the mala, and some lamps near the Buddha's statue. She just was looking at that thing and waiting. The son was a drunkard or drinking, my grandfather's older brother, and she didn't go. So she had that, and she used to tell my mother alone, this is how the meditation is done about the contemplation of the body and these techniques. That means she has been practicing these things. And it shows that, they have the portraits in the wall that, like old monks, they have been associating very strict and poor yogis who are really meditating. You can see from the pictures, the temples they went to. So when they associate, they got the same power, same spirit. So you have to keep on keeping yourself energized, strengthened in the positive way. Then you can do your duty very well to your children. But you don't sort of, if it goes another way, you don't try to, then you think, okay, I will self-purify myself more. And that creates a mystic force. Like that child, that parent, how the child, she's doing something here, but then the child feels, I want to go. Now even some monks, for example, in Sri Lanka the complaint was, this is a good point. In Sri Lanka, they were telling me one person, but we are hearing so much speeches like this and teachings, but nobody is changing in Sri Lanka. So that time I didn't have the answer for that. So later on I got the answer. Why? Who are speaking, they are not pure themselves. They don't walk the talk. Understand? That is, we apply for everybody. Now, if they walk the talk, what happens? That purity has a mystic force. That mystic force make them change, make them this thing. That has an invisible force. So one does to tap that force. So even if you're a parent, or even husband or wife or whatever, you want to change somebody, you will change yourself, be the change. And when you change yourself, even by small steps, it's going to have a positive contribution to change, to give an impact on the people around. Okay, any more questions and we wind up now? Okay, we're going to go now. I'm going to give my blessings and some, just 1 minute, okay? 1 minute. 1 minute. Open back. No more questions, right? No more? I have given almost the points for you to digest. And so now we round up, okay? I hope these things will help. Then start little Buddha Puja and daily meditate a little bit in the morning. Start before little bit of think of the Buddha and then metta, long meditation. That's beautiful. It creates power. It creates the concentration power, and you can have lucid. And you have like black cats. The commandos will be protecting you. Rangers. You go with that. These are my weapons when I went to LTT. Or the young monk, they were wondering who is this person. So another story. To find this practical aspect of it. And you believe. The soft energy, soft power, it's a powering softness. It is really sincere and okay. So I hope all of you will practical experiences with your colleagues. I was talking about this controlling the food taste and so on, cutting away. In Melbourne, I'm very interested. There was like about the spirits from the internet. Some boys came to me after hearing this. The day, they came after 4 days. The day before that, they were having some temptation in Melbourne City. And they remembered this and they were able to come out of it. So I was really thinking, my goodness, right things I told to these people. Save these young boys, He want to be a monk also, but he's having this problem with the money and the situation. So these things, when you don't know how it's operating, we think it's some karma, we have to do it. No, we know that this is a damaging thing happening to us. The other one was regarding cutting the taste, They were trying this. I took the food with them also. I demonstrated and it gives them more support.
So they all, I was so sad, they are, but great, they're all trying. And they were doing this. And they found that one of them were telling, normally the supervisors are coming to check, when you're going to work and all that. Normally he get gastritis and all that. But after that practice, he had the strength, there's some unusual strength not to feel worried about it. So that stress release, absence of stress. This is wonderful, these things are enough for me to fly back. And face Kailash again and come to think I have not shared enough with everyone. They were telling me this also, don't worry, Pandit, don't ever think this thought again. I'm very happy to. And so, I wish you all good luck, strength. And one thing important, after these blessings, try not to talk, come here tomorrow morning. This is now coming from a mountains, ancient area. This energy, you keep it in your system. Try to talk only tomorrow, okay? But you can take dinner or something, okay? And try to, so that it's kept inside your brain, and the night there will be no blessings coming from it in the morning, okay? I must thank the organizer really. Much merit to him. Normally I never do it, but today I'm feeling like it. Because I feel I don't have to thank verbally, it happens automatically. I really wish you all good luck, okay? You will get all the strength and protection, and all your bodies and difficulties made away. And the strength may give you all the strength to go from happiness. May it be a U-turn for all of you. That you go to a higher state of happiness and way of life, that you be happy rest of your life. May the Devatas give all protection, and the angels give all protection, and the Buddha Dhamma Sermon. Anyone having a particular very difficult situation, just slightly raise up, all of your, they have closed their eyes, you can slightly raise your hand. Did you ever meet me before? First time? Anybody else? Anything that normally the modern system can't solve it? Is it something like that? I have to give you something. Really something like that, huh? But don't joke with this, huh? It's dangerous. If you're really something like that, you tell me, because I'll be giving something which... all others just close your eyes, huh? And don't worry, even if I don't give this to everybody, there's something beyond these material things will come to you. Don't worry about it. You get the fullest support. Kailash.
Kulacha